Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Karma Mert. At least that's my gamer tag. That's what I usually go by. My name is actually Eddie. I'm gonna be going over some of the class setups that I have for the new mode that Call of Duty came out with. And of course, you guys know it's Warzone. If you're already on this video, you've been playing it. You kind of been struggling to create a class, or you've been losing a lot of your gunfights. These are just some of the classes that I roll with. So, all right, let's kick it off. So first things first, go into our weapons, edit loadout, and we're gonna dive in straight into my first class here. For our first class, I set up my Growl 556. As you guys know, the Growl 556 right now is one of the strongest guns in the game. If you have not leveled up this weapon, I would definitely recommend leveling up this weapon. It is one of the best weapons in the game. I can't reiterate that enough. So let's dive into what I have set up on it. So this setup for me is my close, like not really short, but can engage short, absolutely. But it's my mid-range gun. Yeah. For my barrel, I went with the Archangel, 26-inch barrel. Of course, as you guys can read right here for the pros, the damage range, bullet velocity, real recoil control. Of course, the cons, the downsides right now are the aim down sight speed, but I do make up with it on different attachments for this weapon. For the optic, my liking of it is always the GI Mini Reflex. Although, when it comes to the optic, it's totally user. It's up to you guys. Whatever you would like for the optic. Do I like the mini reflex? Is it great? I can still hit my mid or long range shots with the mini um, very easily. So I wouldn't doubt going with the red dot at all. Um, as for the underbarrel, we went with the Commando foregrip. I think the Commando foregrip, honestly, overall with any weapon, is going to be one of your best attachments. Recoil stability and aiming stability. So pretty much like the sway of your weapon, it's not going to be so big, and the recoil control right there is just be money for you for using the Commando foregrip. I did go with the 50 round mag, and the reason I went with the 50 round mag specifically for Warzone is that, for one, people have armor. The time to kill is a lot higher. Of course, if you land all headshots, you're going to be bringing down people, but even with the 30 round mag, even if dumping them with 30 rounds, your 30 rounds are going to go up quickly. Most of the time, you get killed in a war zone because they'll push you on your reload. So being able to have that 50 round mag is just so good. It's so good right now. For the rear grip, I went with the XRK Void. Like I said, this is going to be making up for the long barrel, but the long barrel right now is just going to be the best for you. So aim down sight speed and then sprint to fire speed. That's money. Really, like this build right here alone, it's gonna get you guys a bunch of kills. Um, the recoil on it is gonna be, it shoots almost flat to me. So the recoil pattern with this exact setup, you guys are gonna love it. So just give it a try. For my secondary, of course, because I have my overkill on, I went with the MP7. My MP7 is my room clear. I did go with the FSS Recon though, just in the need that I run out of course, like in Warzone, you run out of ammo. So I still want to be able to engage closer to like mid-ish, but obviously a little bit shorter, um, with this type of barrel. It's going to be money. Of course, it gives you recoil control too, so no, I mean the MP7 alone with like without any attachments, the recoil is really easy to manage. For the stock, I did go with the close quarters, the aim down speed. Like I said, this is my room clear. And then under barrel, like I said, it's going to be the best foregrip in the game right now. Rear grip, I went with the stippled. It's going to give you your aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. And then for a perk, I went sleight of hand. I went with sleight of hand. Obviously, it's going to be up to you if you want to add an attachment. I always tell my friends, like, hey, if you don't want to add the perk of sleight of hand, you could always just go with an optic. But to me, like I said, a lot of times, especially if you're engaging multiple targets, you're going to have to reload. I like having my reload speed a lot faster, so I go with the perk. Although if you don't like the iron sights for the MP7, you could obviously always go with the optic there. My perks, my other perks are going to be EOD and Battle Hardened, and EOD just prevents you from getting kills from explosives, or it takes less damage, and then Battle Hardened is going to be for your stuns, your bangs and your stuns. It's going to give you a less effect on it. My lethal frag and tactical flash grenade. Going into my second class, my Growl 556 is going to be the exact same build as my first class. Although on this class I do have a sniper setup, so depending what my friends are deciding to run and be like, hey, like I want to run, SMG and an assault rifle for my class, then I'll run my sniper class. It's always good to have at least one sniper on the team, just in case that you're trying to battle off another sniper, or depending on circle and open engagements, um, the last circle is gonna dictate like, hey, is that sniper gonna be good in the fight? With this one, I do have my double time, because I want to be able to run to cover just in case if I am getting engaged by another sniper and I have to get behind cover sooner than later. Um, for the sniper setup, I went with the tactical suppressor because for my sniper shots, since the sniper shots are already so loud, I don't want to be identified on the map when I'm taking my shots, especially because I don't want to get snuck up on. So I'm not being identified on the map from using a suppressor. With the barrel, I went with the 26 HDR Pro. Optic, it's going to be of your choice. A lot of people go with the default one. I like the thermal sniper scope. It does highlight enemies that are hiding in the brush, so that's why I went with the thermal scope. And then for the stock, I did go with the Stalker Scout, and that's going to be for the aim down speed. So I'm be able to peek and give my shots a lot faster because the aim down speed is going to be there. And then I went with focus so it could prevent if you are getting shot but they're using like an SMG or an AR and they're not effectively hitting you, your flinch is not going to be that high. But if you land your headshot, your flinch is not going to be as much, so you could actually land your shots. Going into my third setup, there is an M4 build. My M4 build does have Grenadier, and that's going to be for your range. Like I said, I always set up an AR for my mid-range fights. So it's going to have your bullet velocity and recoil control, which is huge. And then I did go with the variable here. I went with the 4 times and EO Tech in the front. For the stock, aiming stability, I had the no stock on there for the ready up speed, but it just wasn't working because I was trying to engage for my mid fight, my mid to long range fights. So the no stock, the movement was just too much. It's not that the recoil was bad, it was just more of the weapon sway. So the aiming stability with the M16 stock is just money. And then going into the underbarrel, I mean, I always go Commando foregrip. I think it's by far the best under a barrel attachment that you could go with. The recoil stability and aiming stability, like, it's just the best one you could go with. And then I still did go with the stipple grip. The sprint to fire speed is just, it's a must-have just in case that you do have to engage a guy that's slipping up on you very quickly. You'll still be able to ready up your weapon and your aim down speed. So that's the way to go. And that's the M4 build right there. The MP7 is going to be the same exact thing that I did before. On this one, I did go with the thermite, only because I have noticed that if you throw a thermite, you can control teams from not engaging you, especially if you already knocked a guy. I mean, you could throw the guy on the knock guy, and his friendly can't go to him because, for one, he's burning. So the thermite's pretty good, kind of to control areas. So I think it's a good way to go, other than like just having a grenade itself. And of course, for tactical, I have a flash grenade. But those could be of your choice. It's whatever you'd like. And then I do have kind of like my short graw, and this is gonna be like my variable graw, is what I call it. I did go with the no stock on this one. Everything else is gonna be the same except that I did take away the ammunition to exchange it for the no stock. And the ready up speed on this gun is very, very quick. So I can still do a lot of room clearing with this weapon. Um, because of the no stock, I do have the movement speed and the aim down speed, so it kind of acts like my like a SMG in a sense. But I can still hit my mid range shots with it if I had to very easily. And then I did go with the Car 98 for my secondary. For the barrel, I went with the 25-1. And this one's going to be just more of like try to get my quick scopes in. I went with the thermal sight, like I said before, because of people hiding in brushes and out in the fields and just taking their shots or hiding on top of buildings. So to me, that's a lot of times sometimes you can't even see them because they're hiding so well. The roof campers and all those snakes out in the ground. But yeah, so like a lot of it's set up for just aim down speed. So I just want to be able to just do a quick peek and then just get my shots off as soon as I can, pretty much. Not really putting up my sniper scope for too long, because for one, I don't want my to be identified as that little white bright light that the snipers give out. And I did put the FMJ just in case if some dude's fighting behind the wall or behind a door, and I know that he's right there because he keeps peeking me. Then I have FMJ so I can get the bullet penetration in. Of course, some other variables that you could go with. There's so many other good guns in the game. I mean, the Striker 45 is a great secondary too, so you could go do room clearing. There's the MP5 as well, um, and those are going to be probably your best weapons right now. Of course, for snipers, you could go with the 50 cal. The 50 cal, of course, is going to hit the hardest. But my liking though, I just like the Car 98 and the HDR for me, although the other snipers are still really good. Um, and then for ARs, you know, your M4 and your Grau 556 are going to be your best bet. Um, Outside of that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, comment below. Let me know what you would want so I can make future videos. And if you want me to elaborate a little bit more or show you some gameplay of how I utilize these builds, just let me know. Thanks again.